Hello everyone! I am going to do another fun little experiment today, and I figured I'd film and show you guys as well. I am going to try and make one of those fancy little speckly Decorator, Florentine, I guess you call it. I'm not sure, I'm not an OF collector, so I'm not familiar with too many of the terms, but you'll see what we're doing in a moment. I've had this candle making wax for like the longest time. I was like, yeah, I want to make candles, and I never made candles. So I'm going to play around with it today and try and do one of those fun little decorators. I've already removed the paint off of this guy. So, we have our model. Hopefully you can find one that's already unpainted, like in one of those Stablemate sets or something. And we got wax. Alright, so we got our mostly melted wax here. Probably took about 2.5 to 3 minutes on 30-second intervals, and I would stir it around like this after every 30 seconds just to get it to melt. This should be good enough, so because this should probably melt. Because everything's really hot right now. So I'm just going to let that cool just a little bit, because it's a little too hot right now. But it's nice and liquidy. I didn't think it was going to get that liquidy. So, here we go. Here goes nothing, I guess. I'm going to dip the toothbrush in here, and we're just going to splatter our little dude. Now, see, I think this is going to be too spritzled. Let's try some with the brush. Dip the brush in there, and just throw it at it. I'm probably going to destroy all of these items, including my kitchen counters. I can't even, like, see what I'm doing. I almost wonder if you could tint the wax, but at that rate, you might also dye the plastic. Okay, so that was not as easy as I thought it was going to be after this giant mess, and trying it over about 3 or 4 times. I just basically rinsed it off with really hot water and tried again, but I just can't get the splatters like small enough. It might be easier on a bigger model to do this, but a Stablemate, this was not going well, and I can tell you right now I'm probably not going to like the pattern that this is going to give me. It's going to be too much white, because it's just... I mean, I took a lot off with my nail in between some of the spots and tried to dab some on with the brush, but I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't even know how much paint is going to make it to the horse, because I feel like this thing is just covered in wax and there's like nothing there. So, worst case, we will strip it and try again, but I guess we'll see what we're going to end up with here. This is about the point where I start thinking this was probably a bad idea and a waste of time. So, I don't know. What I'm going to do now is just press it all in, flatten it out. Maybe it'll give it some more shape. I don't know. And then I'm going to go over and get some acrylic, and we're going to paint over this and see what happens. Actually, wait, first you want to probably spray a primer on it, or paint a primer or gesso on there first, so to make sure your paint adheres really well. So I'm going to go get ready to do that. Alright, so she's been sprayed with a clear primer, and we are ready to paint. Since tomorrow's Valentine's Day, I decided to go with red, so I mixed some reds together. I also put some glitter in there, which was probably not the best idea because all the paint hides it now, so I'll probably have to put the glitter after. So I probably just made my life more difficult by making my paint chunkier. But anyway, so let's paint. So we're just going to paint over the whole thing, or whatever color you're doing, or want a series of colors and whatnot. I have no idea what is going to happen here, but we shall see. I'm not going to be too careful. I'm probably going to paint the hooves a different color later, but we can take that off later. So I just hope we get something worth something out of this. I mean, she has the potential of being really, really cute, or really, really ugly. So we'll see. Alright, I am calling it here. Here is our diseased pony. It actually looks kind of gory and gruesome. Some parts will be resisting. That's probably just the wax, but we'll find out later, I guess. While this is wet now, I'm actually going to put the glitter on, because as you can see, putting the glitter in the paint did absolutely nothing. So that was just a waste of expensive glitter. Yay! So let's put some glitter on this puppy. This is going to be difficult. How do I want to do this? I don't know. What a disaster. Oh my goodness. This is probably going to be even more of a waste of good glitter. just hope this works so I don't waste all these expensive materials for nothing. Alright, well, I'm gonna let that dry. It's probably gonna take a while because I put the paint on pretty thick, so let's let this dry and we will seal it once it's dry and then try and take off the wax and see what happens. Alright, so I sprayed her with some sealer. I let her dry overnight. And now we're gonna start trying to take this wax off. I have a little heat gun here. And let's see what happens. Please look good. Come on. Whether it's the entire paint or just the wax, I don't know yet. But I have a feeling it might be just taking it off more so. No, that's just terrible. That's just awful. What? This is awful. No. Just no. 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 So, this is getting stripped, and we're gonna try something else. I'm kind of bummed because it's really pretty, and what is this? So, no. Alright, here we are again, stripped off the paint for the most part, and we're gonna try something different now, because I don't feel like dealing with that again. I don't know. So I found some little heart stickers, and maybe some little pearly sticker thingies, I don't know. We're gonna do these. So, let's give it a go. Gonna stick these where I think they would look good. So, we've got our stickers stuck on. Hopefully they'll come back off. So, yeah. We'll give this a go and see what happens. Actually, I'm also going to tape off where I want white markings to be. So I'm going to do that, and I will be back. Alright, so I'm back. We have where I want markings taped off. And yeah, so now we're going to just paint her up. Make sure these are down good. And yeah, let's paint. I need a brush. This is some of the paint from yesterday that I had covered up, so I didn't waste too much. And here we go. Gonna go fairly thin and do a couple of layers. Let's not overdo it this time. Alright, now we've got 2 layers on there, and it's pretty solid. The only little problem I see starting to happen is that some of the stickers are starting to lift. So there's more than likely we're going to have to do some touch-ups when we remove those. Hopefully they actually remove. So I'm going to let this dry before I put the glitter on, because I'm going to put some Mod Podge before I put the glitter so it sticks. And I'll be back. Alright, I've got her all dried up, and we've got some Mod Podge goodness right in there. And I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge on. Alright, she is Mod Podged up and drying quickly, so let's get to that glitter. Glitter mess. I found my little spoon this time. Not that it makes much of a difference. Alright, so she's all glittered up again. And I'm going to let the Mod Podge dry, and then I'm going to spray some sealer on her. And then we're going to start removing the stickers and see if that works. But I have a feeling we're going to end up with a big polka dot horse. So we'll see if this is going to be epic fail number 2 or not. So see you in a little bit. Okay, and here she is. I tried and started to take some of the stickers off. Not bad. There's going to definitely need to be some touch-ups still. So Let's see how this part goes. She's all sealed, and she's had some hours to dry, so she probably could be a little drier, but I wanted to get this done today because it's Valentine's Day today, and that would make sense, but I don't see that happening. Alright, so here they are. Stickers peeled off. Not too bad. This side's worse than the other, but touch-up shouldn't be so bad. So I'm going to let this dry overnight so we're good and cured, and then come back in and just scrape some of those off. You know, clean up the inside so we have nice clean markings. So overall, she's actually quite cute. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean up those edges, and then I'm going to paint the mane and tail, and maybe some pinking on the nose and the eye, and she should be all done. Alright, so here she is, all cleaned up. I also brushed on a layer of sealer just to kind of keep all the glitter in place, because even though it was like sealed in, it was still kind of coming off on my finger and getting in all the white areas, and even then, oh my goodness, it was a real pain in the butt to keep those white areas clean as I was sealing it too. So I figured once I have this layer of sealer on, that would be easier if it happens again, like from all the stuff I have all over my work area now. But I think she's looking really cute, actually. I took my carbide scraper and scraped along the edges on where I needed to clean up. Had to take maybe a little dab of acetone here and there where it may have stained the plastic, where I had to get that off. And yeah, so that's where she's at so far. The next step I'm going to do is paint her details, like her hooves, her little nose and eyes and mane and tail, and yeah. So, but yeah, I hope you like this failure slash tutorial slash disaster. I don't know. So thanks for watching along, and give me a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time.